like I practiced. Irashai! Pardon? Keep working on it, kid. Didn't mean to interrupt you in the middle of training your new employee. How's it working out? It is she, right? Never worked as close to the hand before. She is unbearably forgiving, so I doubt you'll get sued. She's fine. Good at cleaning, precise with her mixing, knows a hell of a lot of trivia. Popular with the younger crowd, I think. This is the place of the android bartender? They talk like I installed a new karaoke machine. I didn't know you had a younger crowd. Funny. What's that make you, Grandma? More of a learning curve to her than I was expecting. Did you cheap out on her bass installs? It's like I have to teach her everything. Trust me, there's nothing cheap about Sarah. But yes, she can take a minute when learning the ropes. Grin and bear it a little while longer. Once she does find her footing, she'll have you worry about your job security in no time. Keep it up. I didn't have to do you the favor of hiring her, you know? Favor? One of people out there who would kill to work at an up-and-coming, bespoke establishment like Kintsugi. I think I hear them pounding on the door now. Technically, legally, you didn't hire anyone. I generously agreed to loan you my android during the hours when I have no use for it. These kinds of arrangements aren't uncommon. Androids can, in theory, work 24 hours a day indefinitely, but their users can't. Parents come home from work, people go to sleep, staff take holidays, offices close for the night. The end result of all that slack is that a lot of androids spend a good portion of their operating time waiting around. So the more enterprising owners loan them out during that downtime, ideally to businesses with complementary working hours. There are plenty of apps and HR software to help arrange it all, but Sarah's apprenticeship wasn't that on the books. After the fallout around David's death settled down, I came to realize exactly how short-changed I was in our paralegal agreement. She's handy for research and row work, of course, but she barely sleeps, rarely eats, finishes paperwork at lightning speed. I was spending more time finding shit to keep her busy than I was actually working. And of course, I value my alone time. It was on one of those long walks of mine that I recalled Reiner was having trouble getting this bar up and running. Takes a village to keep the world's most advanced android busy. Yeah, alone, whatever. Sarah's the one who clocks in and clocks out, does the work, cleans the bathrooms. She's the employee. If she was an employee, you'd have to cover her benefits. Not in my current income bracket. I checked 3 times. Wait, you're not taking her paycheck, are you? It's not a paycheck. Don't lawyer me on this shit. Sarah can't earn a paycheck. She's not a person. If she walks like a person and talks like a person and works like a person, the Supreme Court disagrees. By 13-0. Yeah, well, Supreme Courts have been wrong about that kind of thing before, haven't they? Do I hear, touche? Sarah, tell boss here what you spend your salary on. I have started purchasing cases of wine. What? Wait, that's what those deliveries were? As the wine appreciates, its resale value will increase, especially if I can predict which vintages will be in high demand. Since I don't have a bank account, I can't earn interest in the traditional sense, but if I stay up to date on the sommelier reviews... So you'll resell the wine at a profit, and what you'll do with that money? Stop it, you're making her depressed. I did also purchase a cachet of sheet music. What? What for? Practice. You're muttering. Forget it, none of my business. Speaking of business, the place isn't exactly packed. Well, are you volunteering to help with that? There are lawyer bars, right? Right? Or will the lawyers go after trials? Kintsugi could be a lawyer bar. Yeah, those lawyers bars are usually close to the courthouse, though. Just don't. Everything's signed and paid. I can't think about what ifs on location anymore. This is the spot that was available, and I need a soda water with all the stress on my stomach. Sarah, 10 bar. What are you buying, stranger? What was that? Boss has been teaching me his bar-side manner. He says that his clientele expect a certain degree of maturity when they come here. And so you're using a deeper voice? Is it not working? Please let me know when you're ready to order. Did someone leave this behind after their lunch break? Would be trouble if they left anything work-related on here. I'll help them out by throwing it in the trash after I'm done reading. For a pop-sci figurehead, Sirius sure keeps busy. Guess I don't have any evidence proving they aren't legitimately brilliant. But I can't take seriously anyone who guest stars on TV that much. Can't deny they seem to be making progress with new kinds of... new fuels. Some of the only new fuels we've seen in decades. Could be decades longer before it's actually practical, but any new fuel has to be less volatile than hydrogen. Please don't throw that datapad out. Its owner might come back. Perish the thought. Though, now that you planted the idea into my head, a self-fulfilling prophecy. It's a lucky cat. Nya. Did you say something, Adonai? No. I suddenly got the strong impression that there was something you wanted to say. Don't know what you're talking about. As you say. It's a well-stocked bar. Got tea and coffee too, if that's what you're into. Nice ambiance, soft lighting, warm on a chill night and cool on a hot day. Now all that's left to do is wait for the customers to stream in. Any day now. Ryan must have searched for months to find affordable underground real estate that wasn't flooded, already filled to the brim with server farms. Putting Sarah on cleaning duty was a good call. If any of the tiling in here starts to grime up, could start feeling like a subway station bathroom real fast. I think I'm ready to order. Of course. Nah, I'll take this, Sarah. Go up the tables for a bit. No one has set them since I last cleaned them. Then pretend to clean them like a normal employee. Understood. What's got you so tense? Take a wild guess. Did Sarah ask for a raise? Be serious, Red. What happened last night? Your information was accurate for the most part. A pod of mid-level blue bloods had it. Seems like they were told to sit on it. And were they willing to sell? Nope. Laughed at my price, called me a spoiled Meg, and kicked my butt out the door. They weren't curious where you got your information from? Honestly, no. They rushed me out of there pretty fast once they heard my offer. Were they expecting more company? I got the impression they had work to get back to. Okay. Anything else I should know? No. Anything you want to ask me? How did you two meet? The tables. On my second day, you told me not to overpolish them, in order to keep things lofty. Lo-fi. Is it that inappropriate of a question? You've lived in the city for decades, boss, but Anna and I didn't move here until she started her apprenticeship at Masters and... If you're gonna tell people my whole life story at every possible opportunity, I'll just shred my resume and start belling you around instead. Now we met, huh? Well, that story's not very good. I'll skip to the end and cut to the heart of our relationship, Sarah. I pay Reinhardt a finder's fee, and he tells me where I can get into high-stakes poker games. It's not a lie. Now you know my terrible secret. Disappointed? It's not illegal to gamble. I don't go on my phone and wager my paycheck stubs on point spreads. I gamble. And since I can't afford the entrance fees for one of those anonymous masked ball cult vibe blimp casinos the rich go to, I count on your boss here to find me tables to play at. Guilty. So you travel to the lower wards to gamble illegally. Truth be told, I've had my suspicions. Seeing you go out at such odd hours without so much as your phone. You gonna turn me in? Irashai! Or is it more firm? Irashai? Two firm-looking men in finely pressed black suits, with shades tinted so dark they must need modern eyes to see from behind them. Despite the subtle color palette, they stand out. It's hard not to in clothes that look that expensive. Clothes with some kind of pin on them. Matching pins. More emphasis on the raw. Oh, thank you. Think I just heard the delivery drones bumping around outside, Sarah. Would you check with the back? Your vintages might have arrived. Go on. Please excuse me then. Afternoon then, gentlemen. What can I do for you? Mr. Diamani. Pardon us for dropping in without first making an appointment. No trouble at all. Still getting the place cleaned up. I'm awfully embarrassed that I failed to realize the property lay within your borders. If you'd come with me to the back, I'd be happy to settle whatever debt. We look like petty landlords to you? If you owed us tribute, you'd know it by now. My mistake. Well, if you're here for information, I'll gladly wheel and deal. How about you? We're not here to shop either. We're here looking for Morgan. Well, that name ring any bells, Mr. Diamani? Right. Listen, boys, I'm not sure. Sorry. That's something blaring in my earbud. I'm A. Morgan, Esquire specifically. How can I be of service? I mostly practice criminal defense, but I do offer a few other services. You two look corporate. I can recommend some good workplace attorneys. Got a business card somewhere. We're not interested in that. Of course not. Well, I'm flattered that you'd come all the way here to find me. You must have already tried the home office. We can set something up for... You need to come with us now, ma'am. Hey, I thought you said there was nothing I needed to know. Business day's over for me, gentlemen. Can this matter wait until tomorrow? Does it look like it can? Great manners, this one. Time sensitive, then? My rate will have to reflect that. Send us the bill. We can afford it. Music to any lawyer's ears. So who is we, then? You think you're funny? Compared to you. Morgan. These fine gentlemen are from House Icaria. I'm familiar. You are? I've seen their name in the papers. Plastering their name all over uptown opera houses and homes for the sick or whatever. Though I didn't recognize that name when those blue bloods were cursing it last night, so maybe that propaganda's working. It doesn't matter how generous they are at galas, they're still the richest and most powerful criminal organization in the city. Rich and powerful. Why bother with the criminal qualifier? Ahem. Sorry, might I ask about the nature of this engagement? The situation is developing, Mr. Diamani. We appreciate your patience. That's not what you want to hear, so I gathered. Your present has been requested of the family estate, ma'am. For business, or? The Ikaria are always business. Shall we get you your coat? Such gentlemen knew those suits weren't just for show. I can see myself out just fine, though. Ajay? What's going on? Are you going somewhere? That's why they pay me the big bucks. These men are very athletic, but perhaps I should come with you. If they want to arm wrestle, you'll be the first to know. Call me when you get there, yeah? If I'm actually in danger, I won't even be conscious when I arrive, but I appreciate the thought. Boss? Who were those men, really? New clients from Morgan, really. Hopefully. Hopefully? Yeah, hopefully, because if House Akari puts her on retainer, she'll be able to buy you as much wine as you like. But what do you mean by house? Alright, pay attention. If I'm gonna lecture, might as well try to teach. Start with ice. You want a lot of it, but low surface areas. Never use crushed, okay? Starts to melt into the liquor, waters the whole thing down. Understood. 1.5 ounces of vodka. And what do we look for in a good vodka? Smoothness. Correct. The mark of quality, making the bitter go down easy. So, the nobility, you know what that is? Historically, the ruling class, as enforced through economic or military might and maintained by familial relations. Juice of a full lime. Look for a little spring and a consistent color across the skin. Nobility, old money is another word for it, and the older it is, the slower it moves. Only so much wealth you could accrue in one lifetime, collecting from serfs and selling horses. But the Industrial Revolution comes along, shows the world what real wealth acquisition looks like, then you get new money, which always dwarfs old money. Inflation and split inheritances shave away at generational wealth that's liquid. Now, new money and old money, they don't like each other. Doesn't new money eventually become old money? If the old money can't help it, no one ever becomes old money. Triple sec, 1 ounce. My family was new money. Tried to make the transition, join the right clubs, shake the right hands, make the right marriages, laugh at the bad jokes. Bad jokes can be entertaining in their own right. Not the kind of bad I'm talking about. I don't understand. That's alright, you shouldn't need to know. What do you mean your family was new money? Times changed. About 30 years ago, recession, depression, civil unrest, political upheaval. Most people there were so scared they could barely think about tomorrow, let alone next year. But a decent man's chaos is a cruel man's investment opportunity. So while everyone else was panic selling off everything they could to buy food and water, a certain type of personality was buying, for pennies on the dollar, as it were. Give me a peel from that lime, as shallow as possible. Any white you see is just bitter. 1 ounce of gin. They were rough years, but they passed. And at the end of it all, some were left standing with a lot more than they came in with. New money? A new kind of new money. The new nobility. Neo-ability if you're writing a think piece. Unabashed oligarchs and devourer barons. When the governments of the world tried to reprivatize the industries they had taken over with emergency powers, they were there to snatch them. And they started at the bottom. Steel, fuel, grain, machine parts, medicine. Here enters House Ikaria. Or that's how they exited. They went into the Red Decade as the Ikaria Cartel. Drug smugglers and extortionists, thieves and murderers. They came out as one of the richest, most respectable names in the country. Not that they actually stopped doing any of that thieving and murdering, mind you. Put the top on tight, then shake. So they are a crime family, like the mob? This is the 21st century, kid. It's muddier than that. House Ikaria is not literally one family, not even one race or creed. They're simply the strongest criminal organization in the city, on paper. But not in practice? Practice is what they're lacking. Haven't had to get their hands dirty, haven't had to maintain a presence in the lower wards in years. They make their profits from investments, blackmail, and more than a little insider trading. So they're criminal, yes, but their muscles atrophied. Time for a taste test. That's not right at all. The hell did I forget? Boss? There must have been other criminal organizations 30 years ago. Others poised to take advantage of the changing times. Yeah. So what did the Ikaria do to set themselves apart from the rest back then? Ah! Stupid. Most important ingredient. Drop of grenadine. The Lady Maria. Oh, it's beautiful. This is nothing. We'd use it to frosted glass if this was for a customer. Looks like a ruby in the right lighting. If you do end up helping Red work with the Ikaria, don't let the warmth of their golden furnishing confuse you. All that glitters is cold.